Hey everyone, Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to another random match here on WWE 2K17. Now this one has been suggested by Jay over at Gaming HD, and of course it is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. A match which I really hope happens at some point in the future, and I would imagine it will do at some point. Thinking about it logically, it all depends on what Vince wants to do, I suppose, doesn't it really? Because he might not want to utilise a feud that happened over in TNA, but these two guys work so well together in the ring and they know each other so well as well that it just seems like a bit of a waste not to put these two in the ring together at some point. I've got a horrible feeling at the moment that everybody good from NXT is just going to end up on Raw now, because that's just what they're doing. Raw just seems to take everybody. It's like, if you think about it, since the draft, Raw's had a brand new cruiserweight division added. It's like 10 people. Then they've got Emma come back in, that's an extra one. They've had Bayley come up from NXT, that's an extra one. And they've had Jinder Mahal come back, that's an extra one. They were going to get Luke Harper, but because of the injury to Eric Rowan, he then moved to SmackDown. It makes you wonder, why were Raw just getting so many people? And SmackDown, since the draft split have happened, SmackDown have got Rhino and Kurt Hawkins, and now they've stole Jack Swagger, but that's not exactly going to anything to write home about, is it really, stealing Jack Swagger? So it just makes you wonder what we're going to get SmackDown-wise. I just think when you've got Samoa Joe, you've got Austin Aries, you've got Bobby Roode, and those are three guys that will probably move up to the main roster at some point in the near future, hopefully. You've also got, of course, Nakamura, who is the current NXT champion, so he'll probably stick around down there for a little bit of time now. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. I just think they need to bring someone like a Samoa Joe up, and if he does come up and join SmackDown, that'd be a huge thing for SmackDown. They can really start to move on to the next level then. And here comes Samoa Joe. Now I would like to, I wonder if these two guys would even consider, I don't know if they would join forces on the main roster just because of their history. I'm not quite sure. They probably wouldn't. They'd probably just go for each other. But then again, they'll both probably be playing. They're probably playing heels. But then again, AJ could always do a face turn and go after Samoa Joe. It wouldn't be too far out of the ordinary for that to happen. And it just looking at this, it just still amazes me when you think about like the last few years. If you would have told me, say 3 or 4 years ago, that we'd be sat here right now, a few days after release of WWE 2K17 with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe in the ring, the real ones, not even downloaded, created ones, the real ones, I probably would have laughed at you, especially when you told me that we were going to get Austin Aries as downloadable content and Luke Gallows and Kyle Anderson downloadable content. We've got Shinsuke Nakamura, we've got Uhaa Nation, we've got Kevin Steen, El Generico, Pac, Tyler Black. It's just incredible to think that a few years ago we would have laughed if we'd been told that this was the roster that WWE would have right now. But it's great to see. It really is great to see. And it just makes you wonder how great the 2K18 is going to be. When you've added like Bobby Roode onto the game and people like that, Eric Young's going to be on the game as well. Oh, it's going to be incredible. AJ going for the early pin there and Joe kicking straight out. Joe now sending AJ off the ropes, springs back straight into a forearm. I know Joe up on top. What's he going to go for here? Joe's a big man, doesn't like to fly often, and decides against it and just goes that massive kick to the gut of AJ Styles instead. And that can do some damage, that can. Now, if you've not seen it already, we have uploaded our first couple of episodes of the Universe mode. The videos are taking a little bit longer than what they did in 2K16, but I think for now we will keep them as they are because I'm enjoying doing it anyway. So I think we'll keep them as they are for now. And then as we go a little bit later on, we might just start watching 2 or 3 of the matches in an episode rather than watching the whole lot. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But it's definitely been worth watching. I think the addition of the promo engine and some of the cutscenes we've had have been quite good as well. So we're really starting to build up some nice little feuds building towards our first pay-per-view, which will be the Royal Rumble. Which shouldn't be too far away now. I'm going to try and do as much Universe mode as I can over the next couple of weeks. Easier said than done though, I think. Joe on his feet getting forced away there by AJ Styles. AJ bringing Joe back up to his feet. Now Joe twisting the arm of Stlyes, just wrenching it across his shoulder. Went for the big overhand, but Stlyes with a forearm. Now looking for a belly to belly, but Joe just forcing Stlyes down. Joe just big kick to the gut of AJ Styles. Joe now bringing Stlyes back into the middle of the ring. Big knee to the face. And Joe signaling the end maybe for Stlyes, but continue the aggression. Now Joe is very an aggressive guy. We've noticed that quite a lot in NXT, and I think he is a super heel. He really is. He can play face, but I think his heel character is a lot better for me. Joe now. Big collision in the corner, followed by that huge kick. Joe just staring down at the grounded Stlyes, rolls him over. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. Stlyes kicks out. Joe can't believe it. He thought he had the match won there. Joe dragging Stlyes back up to his feet now. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Joe now hoisting Stlyes up top. He's got him locked in potentially for the Muscle Buster. Samoa Joe taking Stlyes down with the Muscle Buster. This could be a very, very quick win here for Joe if he can get this pin. But I have seen from experience that when you have to drag people away from the ropes, they generally can kick out a 2, and that's what's happened exactly here. Joe now bringing Stlyes back up, but Stlyes tripping Joe over and kicking him right in the arm. Stlyes bringing Joe back up. Joe with the elbow to the gut of Stlyes. And a big headbutt taking Stlyes down. Joe with a back senton. Joe hoisting Stlyes up. Deadlift powerbomb. And Stlyes is in real trouble here. Joe's just demolishing him here, but Stlyes fights away with that little kick. And dropping an elbow into the chest of Samoa Joe, trying to turn this one around. Big kick in the back of Joe. Joe back up and catches AJ Styles in the arm drag. And now that short, sharp DDT. And Styles down once again. Joe now with that reverse dragon sleeper. Really just wrenching back at AJ. AJ with a big knee to the face of Joe. And Joe just takes him down straight with the STO. And it seems that every time AJ just seems to fight Joe away, Joe just comes back with another big high impact maneuver. Styles now with a snapmare over the top. Stamping on Joe. And again just stamping on the arm of Joe. Styles now on the outside. Going to go for a springboard 450. Springboards are back this year. They sort of disappear completely in 2K16. AI-wise anyway. 2K15 they were overused. 2K16 they weren't used at all. And now the right people are using some good springboard maneuvers. There is the Death Valley driver onto the knee there by AJ Styles. Now trying to bring Joe back up. But Joe with a right hand to the gut of Styles. Dragging Styles into the middle of the ring. Joe has him up on his shoulders. Big Death Valley driver again by Joe. It's amazing how many people are utilising the Death Valley driver now. Of course, it was banned from most people because of John Cena using the AA as his finisher. Of course, Bobby Roode uses the Death Valley driver as a finisher as well. Of course, he's not been using it though in NXT. Joe, German suplex into a dragon suplex. Now a straight jacket suplex and bridges for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and again, it's only a 2 count. AJ Styles kicks out. Joe with that big kick in the back of Styles. And once again, that big back senton just forcing the breath out of AJ Styles. Joe now big kick to the face and Styles goes down hard. Joe just looking to try and knock Styles unconscious by this rate. Dropping the elbow into the inside of the knee of Styles. And again, a big kick into the gut. And again, Joe with that big back senton. He's loving that. That's about the 4th or 5th time he's hit that so far in this match. Styles fighting Joe away with that boot to the face. And now just taunting the grounded Samoa Joe. Not quite sure if that's wise by Stlyes, but he does manage to keep control of the match with that reverse DDT. And a big kick on the back of the head of Samoa Joe as well, just for measure. And now AJ, is he looking potentially for a phenomenal forearm? He's in the position for it. Springboard, phenomenal forearm. He hits it clean for the first time in 2K17. We've seen him hit that clean. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no, Samoa Joe kicks out now after 2. Oh, what a good match this has been between these two. Real back and forth situation. AJ Styles now up to the middle rope. Willing Samoa Joe up. Styles stalking him. What's he got planned here? Again, another diving forearm. AJ with the snapmare. And the big elbow to the top of the forehead of Samoa Joe into the pin. 1, 2. And again, Joe kicks out after 2. What is AJ Styles going to do here? He needs to finish Samoa Joe off. He needs to take advantage of the big man while he's got him down. Oh, but Joe catching Styles in the face with that big boot and then a massive STO, and all of a sudden Joe is back up and Joe is looking dangerous. Now just twisting an arm and wrenching back at the neck of AJ Styles. A good chance here for Joe to try and weaken the body of AJ Styles, but slowing the pace of the match down to try and regain a little bit of energy. He's taken quite a lot of damage over the last few moments. AJ now spinning Joe around, sends him into the turnbuckle. What has Styles got planned now? Taking Joe up top. He's got him hooked. There's the super backdrop by AJ Styles. Joe landed hard. And now Styles again on the outside. This time going for the springboard elbow drop to the back of Samoa Joe. Styles really trying to utilize everything in his arsenal today. But the one thing he hasn't had a chance to hit so far is the Styles Clash, and that could be enough to finish the match off, really. Styles now taking Joe up high. What is he going to go for here? Super backdrop on Samoa Joe by AJ Styles. Styles just stamping on the back of Joe. And again, just dropping the elbow straight across his chest. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. AJ Styles finally does enough to keep the big man Samoa Joe down. And AJ Styles is victorious in this random match. So like I said earlier on, this random match was suggested by Jay over at Gaming HD. And if you have any ideas for random matches you would like to see, then please do drop them down in the comment section below. I will get them put in the hat for you and hopefully recorded for you as well. And of course, if you have enjoyed this one, then please do hit the like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here and you want to see some more, then hit that subscribe button as well for a lot more WWE 2K17. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I shall see you all very, very soon for another random match.